Hello folks, welcome back to the channel and yet another episode of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I am your host as per usual, my name is Simon and today we're going to be continuing on the Bionis Leg. So in the last episode we were introduced to the time attack feature and we managed to get an 8 rank. Woo! On our very first challenge, which I wasn't expecting, but there we have it. So without any further ado, let's continue on. Now once you continue towards the story objective, you'll unlock this next location, which is the Rajinar Canyon path. And we're just going to continue on following the path here until I think we get a cutscene along with another location, if I remember correctly. So there's a bunch of NPCs, which are just scattered about the place. We are, as always, just generally going to ignore them. We will be doing quests and all of that good stuff, don't worry. But for now, we are just going to move on. And the reason for that, the reason I'm not doing side quests, I have mentioned this prior, but the reason I'm not doing them at the moment is we can actually max out affinities between various party members if we save them until a later time. Whereas right now we don't have those party members, so it would kind of go to waste. But, you know, apart from that, if you do want to do them, you can do. And you will actually get a little bit of extra levels and experience. But as for me, I'm going to try and get the most out of the game, which means having to just organise things into certain, well, you know, certain steps, really. Okay, this place looks stunning, so let's approach the objective here, and we get formally introduced to the Bionis Leg, along with an epic soundtrack. We get an epic landscape.
Oh, Shook, look over there. Smoke. Maybe someone's got a fire going. Hope they're cooking up something good.
It's hardly a good spot for a barbecue. Come on, let's take a look.
Seems we've got a next story objective located. But before we do that, we're just going to take a couple of brief detours. Now, this is a big open landscape, as you can see. And we also get introduced to ether types at this point as well. And these are aggroed in response to ether use. So just bear that in mind, especially if you're close by when you start unleashing those abilities. Okay, so we're going to start by heading over here, and we should get to the next location. Yes, there we go, which is, I believe that's the Gaur Plain, or the Gaur Plain, something along those lines anyway. Right, so there's a few enemies scattered about this place, including some fairly tough enemies, so just be prepared to either have some tough battles or to avoid those altogether if you want to. There's one particular enemy which I haven't seen yet, but if I see it, I'll point it out to you. But you do not want to go near it. It's like a giant monkey thing. Okay, so we're going to head over here more to the north first. This will give us another landmark. This one is the Jabus Rock or something along those lines. So make sure you go ahead and nab that one as well. Okay, after discovering that location, I thought it's probably a good idea just to spend a little bit of time grinding. Not a whole lot. I've been doing this for about 10 minutes or so, and I'll tell you why I've been doing it. We actually have quite a tough fight coming up in a few moments' time against a level 14 enemy. Now, what that means is if we can at least match that level, that battle is going to be much easier. So I was already, you know, well on the way to level 14. I was level 13. So just spending 10 minutes there to actually finally get that level dinged is probably a good idea. So now we've done that, we're going to head over to the story objective itself, which is just a little bit further down the southeast. So you can see the flag. It is a bit of a run, but this is a big open area, and I think I can see that enemy I was speaking about earlier on. So you can see it just looming in the background there. Yeah, we'll be heading over that direction soon. So as I say, just stay away from that thing if you value your life in any way. Okay, right, let's go ahead. And it looks like there's some wreckage here of some kind. We'll see what's going on.
Someone's left a buggy out here.
Yeah, it's a buggy that's smoking, is it?
That's strange. Who would just abandon a buggy in this place? And it's pretty new.
Is it brand new?
Not brand new, but it's in very good condition. You wouldn't just abandon it. So, what did happen to the driver?
Ah, looks like we can use a bit of the old Monado premonitions to find out.
There's a boy. He's being attacked by monsters.
You saw it happening? Where?
I don't know, but it was near some water.
Near water? But what made you have a vision all of a sudden?
Maybe it was triggered by touching the buggy.
Well, we'd better find him. Let's search everywhere around here where there's water.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems we're going to have to find out what's happened to this poor driver here. Now, we're going to start heading over to the next objective, but it's probably worth it at this point just to take a moment to save your game. As I say, there is a tough battle coming up, and you don't want to be absolutely destroyed in that, or at least if you are, you want to be able to reload. You do get the option to reload from the last battle, but I always like to have save files present and accounted for just in case. And we're going to continue heading northeast. There are some more enemies around these parts, of course, if you want to continue on with the grind. But I'm going to leave that for the time being. Don't forget as well to make sure that you're constantly just pumping points into your arts as and when you have enough to do so. Right now, you know, they're not going to be all that powerful. And just make sure you've got heal leveled up a little bit. To be honest with you, light heal, which is the healing ability that Shulk has, is pretty useless. Well, I don't want to say it's useless. I mean, it's better than absolutely nothing. But a little bit later on, we'll be able to heal far more effectively once we have the white mage in our party to do so. But right now, light heal is pretty much where it's at. So, another forced cutscene, followed by another forced battle. And it looks like we found the driver.
You alright, kid?
Who are you?
That can wait. Go! Get out of here. Leave these guys to us.
Okay.
Now, these enemies are level 14, and there are 2 of them. So, hopefully you are at least matching them in terms of level. Otherwise, you're going to find out that they're going to do a lot more damage. Now, I'm going to recommend focusing attacks here. And we're going to try and topple them. That's going to be a big help. So, in order to do that, we need to cast Stream Edge. And then, hopefully, the AI will be efficient at casting while down. It looks like in this case, it's not, which is kind of annoying. So, we're going to go for Slit Edge here. Followed by Shadow Eye, and then we'll go for a nice high damaging backslash, and we'll try and keep Ryan up there as much as possible if we can. And unfortunately Shulk's taken the aggro, which is not really what we wanted. Let's try and finish one of these off. Okay, is it down? No, not quite. That's annoying. We've just used the ability, the Monado ability, so we're going to have to try and kill this thing if we want to have a chance of staying alive here in this fight. And it looks like we're not going to. Is it down? Yes, it is. It's down. So we actually managed to kill one. We now need to use our chain party cage, rather, to go ahead and bring Ryan back up there. And we need to probably throw a heal onto Shulk here, since he's still got aggro. And these guys hit like a truck, don't they? We do need to try and dump the aggro if we can. So there we go. Ryan's done that for us. Let's try and... Oh, we've got aggro again. Get rid of that. And yeah, another 2,000 points of damage. We'll see if we can get a topple effect going here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Let's get a heal going. We might just about do this, you know. I think we did it. That was a close one. Yeah, a couple of light heals, a couple of good combos with Shulk, and a timely revive there on Ryan once he'd fallen, and we managed to get through. But yeah, that's not an easy one. So good job, guys, if you succeed with it.
And then there were those monsters and... Well, thanks.
I fixed the circuit, but it's out of ether. Change the cylinder and it will be as good as new.
I think it's time for the introductions. I'm Ryan. He's Shulk.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh, hi. I'm Juju. Where are you two heading? If you've got time, you should come back to our camp.
Your camp?
Yeah, it's not far.
How about it?
Let's take him up on the offer. I'm surprised there's a Homs camp here, but they might have some information.
I suppose.
Juju, can you tell us how to get there?
Sure. If you go back to the oasis, you should see a tall stone post. Head there first.
Then what?
There's a small path in the woods next to the stone post. Just follow it down to our camp.
Got it. Now, let's make a move.
Yeah, it seems that Juju, very grateful for his life being saved, he was about to be dinosaur dinner, has in fact decided to repay us by allowing us to go and visit him and others at his camp. So, we're going to do that just now. Just as I mentioned before, there's that giant monkey thing. Just make sure you are careful enough to avoid that. We're going to start by heading over to the east. As you can see, the story objective is, as always, just nicely pointing us in the right direction here. Just keep following the yellow path and it will get us to where we need to go. By the yellow path, I mean on the mini-map, of course. Since we do have to make, I guess, a slight roundabout way in order to get to where we're going, due to the fact that we can't walk through these giant mountain walls, of course. It'd be pretty crazy if we could do that. And what's this? Alright, collect items from future quests. Okay, this is because we can use this in a quest, of course. So that's why it's telling us about that. Items necessary for the future are marked with that exclamation. Interesting. Interesting. So, that's just something that's worth knowing. So, hopefully later, once we pick up whatever quest it is that requires those items, we can pretty much just hand them in immediately. Which is why it is worth just grabbing some of the stuff that's scattered around this place. And not just this zone, of course, but just the game in general. Yeah, we're not going to grab a landmark now that's fairly close by, because we'll be heading over there in due course anyway. Let's just continue making our way over to Juju's camp. Try and avoid some of the enemies over here. And looks like there's some floaty bluey stuff there. It's an enemy. Yep, we'll stay away from that. An ether enemy, I think, was it? Along with the quest. But we're nearly there now. And there's going to be quite a bit in terms of cutscenes and what have you once we get to where we're going here. Find out what Juju's deal is. Here we are.
Juju,
You might recognise this person, by the way. They were in the game earlier.
where have you been? Juju! Don't tell me you were... I've told you 1,000 times. We're not ready to leave the camp yet.
But I thought...
Juju!
Sorry, Sharla.
That gear. You must be survivors from the Defense Force. Is Colony 6 okay? Did Gaddo make it?
Hold on. What are you talking about?
We've come from Colony 9.
Colony 9?
They saved me from some monsters. This is Ryan and Shulk.
Oh, so you're not from Colony 6. Thank you for helping Juju. I'm his sister, Sharla.
I told them they could rest here, with us.
Did you now? Well, all right. I suppose that's only fair.
Did something happen to Colony 6?
Actually, we're heading there ourselves.
Colony 6 has been... our home. It's been occupied by the Mekon.
No.
I'll tell you about it inside. Follow me.
Interesting. So yes, we at this point do get introduced to Sharla, who is soon, incidentally, to be our third party member. Well, our next third party member, since we've had a party of 3 in the past. Right, so this gives us the landmark of the refugee camp. And we're going to immediately go... We can't fast travel anywhere right now, by the way, so we just need to carry on with the story. We're going to go into the cave here and head over to Sharla once more to continue on with our conversation. And this is where the survivors of the Mekon attack on Colony 6 have come. So we're going to select to listen here.
We had already fought off the Mekon a year ago. At the Battle of Sword Valley. It left us with a false sense of security. The Colony 6 Defense Force didn't even notice the approaching Mekon. By the time the air raid siren sounded, a swarm of Mekon had blackened the sky. They ate people and burned our buildings. Me and Juju dedicated ourselves to evacuating the children and elderly. I don't know what happened next.
It's just like what happened to Colony 9.
They attacked your colony as well.
Yes. It's good that you managed to evacuate so many.
We have a Tharon, the Colonel, to thank for that. Him and Gaddo.
This Gaddo?
He would have been my husband by now, if not for all this. Cheer up, you two. We can't lose hope just yet. I'm certain Gaddo and the other soldiers are alive. They're still fighting. I can feel it.
You're on your way to Colony 6, right?
You bet. We're up for some revenge. I bet we can even get your colony back.
There you go, showing off again.
If anyone can do it, it's you two. Could you take me with you to the colony?
Juju! The people here need us. How many times do I have to tell you?
But you heard! The Mekon attacked Colony 9! That means a load of them have left Colony 6 already! It has to!
Even if that's true. No, especially if it's true. We cannot expose the camp to any more danger.
So, you don't care what happens to the people in the colony? How can you be so heartless? Are you that scared of the Mekon?
Oi, kid.
Ryan!
You ought to know how Sharla feels. Watch your mouth and have some respect.
I'll go and make dinner.
Maybe I was too hard on him. Shulk?
Ryan, you really remind me of Gaddo when you get angry.
I do?
Gaddo's taken care of us ever since we were young. I always saw him as a big brother, really. But he was more of a father to Juju. He'd call him kid whenever he told him off, just like you did.
I don't think I'm ready to be someone's old man just yet. Wait, Shulk. Did it happen again?
Yeah.
You had another vision.
Oh no!
No! Juju!
Yeah, seems like Juju's got plans of his own to head over to Colony 6, with or without us. So,
The buggy's gone.
Charlotte's not going to be best pleased about this, is she?
His own.
Stupid kid.
We have to hurry. Something bad's gonna happen.
What did you see?
A deep valley. Everything's engulfed in flames. There's a black shadow. It kills Juju.
Is it the Mekon with the metal face?
Yeah,
Where does it happen? Is it near Colony 6?
I'm not sure. I think so.
Let's get after him, Shulk.
Hold on a second. What was all that about?
I know you won't believe this, but Shulk can see the future.
The future? That's not possible.
That's what I thought too. I still can't explain this, but that vision I had will come true unless we stop it.
So you're telling me Juju's in danger?
Believe it or don't believe it, that's your call. But I wouldn't be standing here if it weren't for Shulk's visions.
Juju. Okay. I can't say I believe you. But what have I got to lose?
I like the way you think.
Sharla, you're...
What?
No, nothing.
Oh.
What are you doing? Let's go and find Juju.
When you talk like that, you sound just like Gaddo. That's how I know it's not worth arguing.
What am I, some kind of Gaddo substitute?
A bit harsh.
I saw it in the vision, but I can't stop her coming with us. I don't know how I can protect her, but I have to do it. I will change the future.
Okay, well, we've changed the future quite a bit already in various battles and that, haven't we? So I'm sure we can try and do it again. Yep, so there we have it, full party once more. Let's go ahead and start. Oh, before we go any further, we do get a tutorial here on how we can use Sharla's play style, or how we can use her abilities. Now, Sharla is great at getting rid of debuffs and stuff and actually protecting against them. Her Cure Bullet ability grants immunity to various debuffs, things like sleep, topple, bleed and stuff like that. So just, you know, those things that we do not want to be hitting the party. And we can also do buffs as well, such as physical protect and damage immunity. Yeah, pretty good. We'll sort, you know, how to actually control Sharla and stuff probably next time. For now, we're just going to make it so that we can actually proceed on. And to do that, we're going to start heading north. We can't fast travel or anything at this point, you see, so we just need to make our way over to the next story destination, which is a bit of a trek here, but it is worth it, since then we can do a lot of fun stuff once we have access to that feature once more, you see. I'm going to look after you guys, don't worry. Tell you how to get the most out of the game as we continue on here. Okay, next cutscene.
You know which way Juju went?
There are quite a few ways to get there from here. But he's in a buggy, so I think he'll take Ragwell Bridge.
Ragwell Bridge?
It's not far. It's a really old bridge built around the time Colony 9 was founded.
Okay. Let's make that our next stop.
Sounds like a plan. Sharla, you stay back. Leave any monsters up to me and Shulk.
What? You think I can't pull my weight in battle? I've got field experience as a medic. If you get hurt, I can use ether to patch you up.
Nice. I'm always getting roughed up. You'll be a big help.
Come on. Who put this barrier in the way? Oh, now the front suspension's all twisted up. Looks like I'll have to walk it. They're all cowards. I'll show them all.
Well, he's determined, that's for sure. And after that cutscene, we unlock our next location, which is Camos Grave Post or something. Right then, okay. We're actually going to take a detour now. Quite a lengthy detour, and start kicking off some of the side quests we've been neglecting for so long. Now that we have a full party of 3, it's actually worthwhile doing so. A party of 3 permanent party members, I should add. Okay then, guys. Right, so we'll leave all that for the next episode. So thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed watching today, and I hope it's been helpful to you. If it has, don't forget to drop a like. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time for more Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Goodbye.